Flame, Book 2, Chapter 16. Kenna's army has defeated Luther and freed the Five Kingdoms, but at a terrible cost. Chapter 16. The Aftermath. Whoa. That's a beautiful room. Now playing as Kenna. The day after the Battle of the Bay, all your closest friends and allies gather at Lyco's castle to celebrate your victory. All except one. I can't believe Dom is really gone. How am I going to face everyone? I can barely think straight. Annalise puts a comforting hand on your shoulder. I'm so sorry, Kenna. We're all worried about him. But right now, well, being a queen means being strong for your people, even when you feel like you're about to fall apart. I don't know if I can be strong right now. I know you can. You're the strongest person I've ever met. Annalise opens a wooden chest and starts rummaging through your clothes. She pulls out 2 dresses and lays them on the bed. Now, if you're having trouble feeling like a queen, at least make sure that you look like a queen. That always helps me. I suppose it's a start. This is a really nice dress, but it's a lot of diamonds, so I'm just gonna go with this. This is size 2. Like, it looks... I mean, you don't have to look like you're going to a formal gown or ball. They just had a war, so you should be economical. Simple blue gown. You smooth the front of your dress with your hands. How do I look? Ready to face your people. One more thing before we go. If you want to get away for a little while later on, come and find me. Annalise gives your shoulder one more squeeze, and the 2 of you head to the Grand Hall. Applause rises from the assembled crowd as you approach to the top of the Grand Hall's main stairwell. Hail Queen Kenna, hero of the 5 kingdoms. Hail! We knew you would lead us to victory, your majesty. Thank you. Your hand grips the banister, as if you could draw strength from the solid wood. Thank you, all of you. This victory belongs to all of us. Without every one of you, this victory would not have been possible. A queen is nothing without her people. Thank you for putting your trust in me. Huzzah! Cheers ring through the crowded hall as you descend the stairs. Annalise smiles encouragingly before disappearing into the crowd. Kailani meets you at the bottom of the stairs. Congratulations, Queen Kenna. Thank you. Enjoying the party? Normally, I'd be dragging all these mopes out onto the floor for dancing, but right now I've got more important things to do. Namely, marching back to Panrion to knock that lily-handed prig, Florian, down on his ass. I could sail tonight, assuming I have your blessing. You have it, absolutely, and whatever other help I can give. Talk to Leon. I'm sure he can find soldiers who would happily go with you. You're the best, Kenna, and since I'm surely now considered the hero of Panrion, they'll probably ask me to decide who the next ruler will be. Is that how politics work in Panrion? Who knows, but what I'm saying is, you've got friends there. That's comforting. Thank you, Kailani. As Kailani leaves the Grand Hall, Val walks up to you with a goblet of wine in each hand. You look like you could use a drink. A drink? I mean, it's a celebration, but I feel like something's going to happen, so I'm gonna pass on it. Thanks, I'm fine. Suit yourself. Val sips from one of the goblets, then the other. Ah, straight from Luther's wine cellar. I may have to grab another glass on the way out. On the way out? Where are you going? I'm still all wound up from the fighting. Gotta go work some of this energy out. If you feel like giving me a hand with that, I'll be down on the beach. Val winks at you and pushes her way toward the door. You wander through the crowd, exchanging pleasantries here and there. I was wondering when your Majesty would grace us with your presence. Raiden bows before you, taking your hand and kissing it gently. Lady Kenna, tonight I request your charming company at my initiation. I'd be delighted. And what is it you're being initiated into? The Order of the Black Asps, my sister's organization of shadows. If I pass Adder's trial... A trial? You mean even after everything we've been through, she still doesn't trust you? You misunderstand. This is the way things are done in the Lycos underworld. To forgive me without some kind of test would be seen as weakness. The fact that Adder is willing to let me try at all says a great deal. If you say so, is there anything I can do to help? I was hoping you would ask. I am allowed to bring a second, someone I trust absolutely, to assist me in the initiation, and I trust no one more than you. Are you sure this isn't just a ploy to get me alone? Well, that certainly came to mind. I'm not asking you merely as a friend. Not as a friend? We're with best friends here. I'm gonna go with... Yeah, you're mine. I never really liked the you're mine kind of thing. So I'm gonna go with good. We've always been more than friends. He smiles knowingly. Of course, words cannot sum up what you and I truly are, my lady. Now I must go and prepare, but I'll be leaving in an hour. If you wish to accompany me, meet me by the staircase. Everyone wants to meet with me tonight. Raiden bows deeply before slipping back into the crowd. Later, Leon finds you standing alone at one of the tables. Usually I'm the one lurking in the corner of the celebration all by myself. I'm not lurking, just thinking. About Rowan? How'd you guess? I'm certainly not Gabriel, but I've known you a long time. What happened with Rowan during the battle? I can see that it shook you. I was just thinking about everything that led to that point. Everything I did to bring it about. You think back, remembering the choices you made. You remember naming Rowan the Queen of Thorngate. Thorngate will never forget this. I'll never forget this. My kingdom is battered. It will take time to rebuild, but we will become your fiercest allies. Thank you, Queen Kenna. You're welcome, Queen Rowan. This means everything to me. You remember asking only for the heart oak Thorngate could spare. Thank you, Kenna. I knew you'd understand. I'll go send word immediately. 100 weapons won't be enough to arm us all. It's more than you've had in the past. And you remember ordering Rowan to summon all of Thorngate's troops to Lycos. Especially now that we know of Hex's airships, we can't afford to hold anything back. If we're going to free the Five Kingdoms, we must stand together as one. We must defeat Luther here and now. Very well. You will have your 1,000 troops, and I will pray for a decisive victory. And we did get one. A queen must make many hard decisions. If I could go back in time, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the choices I made. Like, I gave Thorngate its autonomy. I didn't have them basically drive their special forests extinct, and I said that we needed all of their troops, which was true. I mean, if we'd lost at that battle, 500 troops wouldn't have done anything. So, yeah, I'm happy. I would do the exact same things. This war made me question myself constantly, but I think I made the right choices. Good. A queen should never question her decisions, only learn from them. How is Rowan? Last I saw, she could barely stand. She's recovering well, thanks to you. You pulled her back from the brink of death, my lady, or my queen. I feel I must apologize for the things I've said about her. Rowan is a stubborn woman, but she risked her life to save yours. Go tell her that. Hearing you apologize will put a spring in her step, I'm sure. Leon shakes his head. Anyway, Luther, our guest of honor, is resting comfortably in the dungeons. We can decide his fate after the celebration. Cocky bastard's not going anywhere. You catch sight of Raiden standing by the stairs, waiting for you. Turning, you see Annalise leaning against the gilded rail of the empty fighting pit. You think of Val, winking as she invited you to the beach with her. Perhaps now's your chance to have 3 separate romantic encounters with Raiden, Annalise, and Val. When you're ready to move on, go with Leon. How much does it cost? So 19, spar with Val, spend time with Annalise, 19. Make it with Raiden, 19. And Leon is free. Yeah, I mean, while I have all these diamonds, I might as well use them. Because I mean, I'll probably do more stories because I do like these, but I don't know which ones yet. So, I mean, this whole time I've been pinning my hopes on Raiden. So, I have to. Sneak away with Raiden. You meet Raiden by the staircase leading out of the castle. He offers his arm, and you take it. An evening of mystery and pleasure awaits us. And also passing a dangerous test. After a short walk beneath the moonlight, Raiden leads you into an empty, candlelit tavern. So what happens at a meeting of thieves? Are we even alone right now? You jest, but your instincts are as sharp as ever. Come on out, sister. Adder emerges, holding her sword. How did you get that? Hey, when did you... Let's not worry about the details, honey. And don't worry, I'm only borrowing it. You run an organization of shadows called the Black Asps. I'm worried. Well, I'm not worried about you stealing the sword. I'm worried about, well, basically anything mysterious happening. Speaking of, Adder holds her fist up, and black cloaked figures emerge from the woodwork, forming a line before you, their arms behind their backs. She places your sword in the hand of one of the figures and addresses Raiden. Brother, you only get one shot at this. Don't mess it up. What does that mean? Just keep an eye on your sword. Suddenly, there's a flurry of activity, a jumble of cloaks and fabric and arms. You can barely follow your sword as it gets shuffled back and forth along the line. Oh, so it's like the cup trick. You catch sight of it in the hands of a woman with several deep scars across one eye. Then you think it moves 3 figures left, then back 5 right, then finally 1 more to the left. So 3 left, 5 right, 1 left. Well, where is it? I am fairly confident I know where it is. Do you, Kenna? My sword is... one left of the scarred woman, I believe. Well, it would be her left, my right. Yeah, 3 left, 5 right, 1 left. So it'd be, yeah, it'd be my right. So should I say my right or her left? Because it is her left. I'm gonna assume they're doing it from my perspective, so one right of the scarred woman. Then you and I are in agreement. Raiden taps the figure one to the right, who turns around, revealing your sword. Sweet. Well chosen. I paid careful attention. I was referring to your date tonight. Much appreciated, Adder. See, it would totally work out, because Adder and I could be sisters, and it'd be awesome. Adder turns to Raiden, offering him a dark cloak. Raiden, Lykel, congratulations. You are now a member of the Order of the Black Asps. I gotta say, that was a fairly easy thing to get into Super Secret Thief Society. I don't know. Thank you, sister. Maybe it was just nominal. So she had to make something up. On the way back to the castle, Raiden stops you just outside of camp. If it weren't for you, Kenna, I don't know that I'd ever have made it into the Order. Okay. What are you talking about? I barely did anything. You knew the right answer, same as I did. True, tonight you might have seemed mostly ornamental. Please, stop, you're melting my heart. Heh, but you are far more than a beautiful trinket to be gazed upon. I'm liking this better, keep talking. In all seriousness, if it weren't for you, Kenna, I might never have seen my sister again, and for that I am eternally grateful. Eternally? That's very grateful. I'm not sure I believe you. It's true. How can I prove it? You can show me tonight just how grateful you are. Of course, after all, we are more than simply friends. Why don't you? Whoa, take me in my command tent? Are we at that point yet? I don't know. Also, the command tent seems like a bad place to... Yeah, I'm gonna just go on a walk. Go on a walk with me. I would love nothing more. He holds his arm out for you, and you take it, walking together just outside the castle. So, you could have done anything you wanted with me tonight, and you have chosen to stroll. Yeah. This is why I'm bad with guys. Is that wrong? Not at all, my queen. I understand it completely. After all, what greater pleasure is there than being in my company on a night such as this? Yeah? Okay. You read my mind. Seriously, though, sometimes it's just nice to be near someone you care about. Yeah, that's true. And it's nice to do something relaxing. I could not agree more, and I care about you more than anyone, Kenna. In Aurelia, we say that kisses die in the morn, but memories are immortal. I like that. Though kisses can be memories. I don't know. Then let's make a memory tonight. He takes your hand, and the two of you walk together, chatting beneath the stars. Later, you return to the party together, and he whispers before parting ways, "A night I will never forget." Nor I. See, that's sweet. That wasn't a lame choice at all. Oh, I can keep going on romantic dates? I mean, yeah, I think I'm done. I mean, they're both really nice, and I would like to, but I don't want to spend the rest of my diamonds, and it feels weird going on 3 potential romantic dates. So I'm just gonna go with Leon. Ready to go talk with the Blood King? Lead the way. You follow Leon away from the party. Near the door, you run into Val. If you're going where I think you're going, then I'm coming too. No objections here. The three of you continue toward the deep reaches of the dungeon. As you descend in silence, you can't help but think of your lost friend. Wherever you are, Dom, I hope you're okay. Now playing as Dom, you slowly open your eyes, pain throbbing throughout your body, and find yourself lying on a table in a dark laboratory, a cold sensor pressed to your temple. If this is Hex's lab, he's still in the castle. That's weird. Whoa. He's very muscular. Where am I? Easy there, fire freak. I don't imagine that the hangover from dragon transmogrification is pleasant. Hex! You rise from the table and... set her on fire. You try to conjure a flame, but as soon as you envision it... Psst! A pulse of electricity shoots through your head. Ah! What you're experiencing is the ultimate preventative measure against your kind. Yes, your people seem to be all-powerful, capable of turning embers into infernals and raising lava from the ground. You writhe on the table, the pain slowly beginning to subside. So instead of playing your game and getting fried to a crisp, I decided to move things to an arena where I'm dominant. The mind. Every time you think about anything even related to fire, an electrical pulse scrambles your brain. How is that possible? Let's test it more thoroughly, shall we? Don't think about fire. Elephants. You close your eyes and focus all your thoughts on elephants. You have quite a knack for concentration, I'll give you that. Actually, I had a bit of trouble calibrating the device. At first, I thought the trick would be... As Hex rambles on about her invention, you eye the door of the lab. A moment later, you burst off the table, rushing to escape. I really don't think that's wise. You throw open the door and find yourself standing at the edge of a railing thousands of feet above the ground. Oh, so I guess they're still in the airship? We're on an airship! A strong arm grabs you, yanking you back in and sending you skidding along the floor. Stay inside, Anton. Good, Anton. That'll be enough. Anton stands still, vacantly staring from the corner of the room. Hex turns to you. See, it's pointless to run. You may as well resign yourself to your fate. Let me guess, you want to... raise a family together? Does she care about Kenna at all? I feel like she just wants power, I guess. So raise a family together. You and me? No. What? Why would I? That was worth it. So worth it. Are you joking? You're joking. That's the only rational conclusion. You figured it out, genius. Congratulations. Your humor has no value here, like so many things. Hex trails off, staring into nothingness. Her voice sounds distant, hollow. I should have known Luther would fail me too. He failed you? Weren't you working for him? The Navrakas family and I had a symbiotic relationship for a time, but I would never subjugate myself to the likes of them. Those fools have no more right to rule than your precious Kenna, or any other so-called royalty. Tyrants and brutes, the lot of them. And who does have the right to rule? You? Why not me? Why shouldn't the world be in the hands of the best thinkers rather than the best fighters? Thousands die every year because they don't have enough to eat, or because the village healer thinks stump water is medicine. Do you realize how ridiculous that is? That would never happen at the foundry. We knew how to... Hex's hands begin to tremble. Kenna told me that you destroyed the foundry. They cast me out, just because I wasn't content to sit safe inside our walls and let the rest of the world eat itself alive. They refused to help, so I made them help. The ones I saved built this airship, and they'll do more for me soon. So that's your plan? Enslave everyone you meet until the whole world dances at the end of your strings? You're just as blind as the rest of them. Why can't anyone see that this world is sick? The medicine won't be pleasant, but it's necessary. The old strongman argument. No one sees. Not even. Hex closes her eyes, taking several long, deep breaths before opening them again. Whitlock will understand. Someday. All of you will. You'll see that I was only trying to build a better world. And how are you going to accomplish all that by yourself? Hex looks at you, then a slow smile creeps across her face. She takes a small device from her pocket and flips a switch. Yeah! You fall to the floor, every muscle burning with white-hot pain. Hex kneels beside your twitching body, running her long fingers through your hair. But I'm not alone, my force of fiery destruction. I have you. In a world gone mad with fever, you may just be the cure. Now playing as Kenna.